Early on in his speech to this gathering on Sunday, Prime Minister Harper pointed to the universities as a venue for anti-Semitic words and deeds. In the two speeches by Canadian MPs that I heard during the lunchtime forum, the university campuses once again were singled out as an important venue for this hostility. Given the nature of universities, given the mission of universities, in just about every respect, university campuses should be the least hospitable of institutions to accommodate any form of bias, bigotry, or racism, including that of anti-Semitism. Nevertheless, anyone with eyes to see and ears to hear knows that today, in fact, universities have become venues for considerable anti-Semitic activity. Everyone in our forum yesterday recognized as much. We had 4 extremely well-informed, thoughtful reflections on various aspects of this subject by Catherine Chatterley, David Hirsch, Kenneth Marcus, and Sarah Horowitz. Following that, there were 2 detailed reflections by Kenneth Stern of the American Jewish Committee and David Rich of the Community Security Trust of London. I would say without any reservation there was consensus in the room about the seriousness of the problem. Most of us recognize the sources of the problem. We also recognize the absence of good empirical evidence to chronicle it. We did not get around, time being limited, to formalizing recommendations. Nonetheless, I do want to put before the parliamentarians gathered here 5 recommendations for your consideration. We particularly feel that it's important for university administrators to heed these, which is to say, to heed their own ethical rules of conduct, which are already in place, but are often not, in fact, applied very consistently or fairly. 1, it's essential that anti-Semitism be clearly defined. We suggest that it be done so in accordance with the EU definition, which has been adopted by the United States State Department as its own working definition of anti-Semitism, and that this definition, in fact, be widely disseminated on campuses. 2, we recommend that university officials openly affirm the institution's commitment to vigorously respond to manifestations of anti-Semitism on campus. 3, we recommend that universities provide clear guidelines for recording and resolving complaints of anti-Semitic behavior. 4, we recommend that universities institute educational programs whose goal is the preservation of a campus climate free of anti-Semitic behavior. 5, and finally, we recommend that university officials incorporate these policies on combating anti-Semitism into appropriate and effective training programs for students, faculty members, staff, and administrators, consistent with best practices for addressing other forms of discrimination, such as sexual harassment and race-based crimes against individuals. I'd be more than happy to talk with any of you about these matters in the discussion period following.